additions on both sides. I'm very excited. I want this to go 3 maps, not only for Vertigo, but for the rosters, so we can get a bit of a trial by fire, a chance to see all the rounds. And, well, that's what we typically get at Pro League, so let's jump right into things. CT side start for Heroic. It's Big's pick on Inferno, unsurprisingly, and a lot of utility for their pistol round as well. NATO Safix, what a start from him. Look how deep he's gotten himself through the apartments and into second middle. He is going to be hunting for these kills.
Oh, God, B is not ready for someone to be so deep, because why would you be? Hashtag helping out. He's aggressive over towards the balcony and apartments. And Zantares will finally get the better of him. Tabson even finding NATO. So now, Stown going to delete Dennis. Will be Zantares and Tabson left standing, but these would be 2 players we could expect something great from. Zantares will take down another. So this B bomb site now looking right for the taking. Freiburg with just the defuse kit and a flashbang doesn't have armor here, so these Glocks could do damage. But they haven't cleared him. They haven't cleared Freiburg. Now rearing his head out. The bomb still goes down. They know they've got him trapped. And Freiburg deleting the first man. Zantares left to try and clutch, desperately looking for this kill. But Freiburg hiding behind the box, dancing around, does such a good job of staying alive there. And Heroic will be in with the pistol, a team ace. Everyone chipping in to kickstart this first round.
Oh, that could have gotten very dicey, though, with Stown getting aggressive up in that banana as well. I'm not sure if he got flashed by Freiburg, but Freiburg did have a flash left up when Stown was taking that fight. Maybe he got flashed in initially, but if not, bit of a dangerous play there from the likes of Heroic. Luckily enough, they do pick it up. And I mean, danger, well, that's what they were hunting for already into that round. Just straight into second mid for NATO. Takes the bomb out of Godby's hands. And the round gets thrown into disarray, luckily closed out by the Danes. And 1-0 start. We got Big, of course, Hero AK on Zantares. Definitely the man you want that on. He's got straight up banana. Smoke on the flames. Keep himself alive, and lots of utility being used by Heroic, but no need. Big have already backed out of this position. They've given up with the idea of the B site. In the meantime, NATO's actually peeled back off long. This could be a chance for Zantares to exploit the gap, but they're only swapping positions. He's swapping because he has utility to take towards B. Blame F now positioned up on the archway. That potential wrap is available here for Big, at least towards the A site, because he's not taking this aggressive fight. Dennis going to move through, and this smoke now beginning to fade on the Moto side, or long side rather. Minute on the clock, Heroic, 4 players in and out of the A site right now. There's the bomb up top mid for Big, and they're looking ready to go. This AK needs to find entries though.
How are they going to spot this double man holder? At least one of the 2 players over here at long. Stown actually dropping Tabson and Godby over at the short position. Instead, Zantares now answering back. Stown narrowly dodges death and will get up into the apartments. The issue he's going to have just 5 points of health. NATO's been brought down low as well. This Hero AK on Zantares could stand to do a hell of a lot here. The bomb plant coming in for Big is now a guaranteed, a bare minimum from this investment for this squad. But there's Tizian shutting down NATO Safix over towards short. S-Tag will pick up the Glock armorless player over towards short, but Dennis and Zantares rifles between them. Stown tagged up, so you really do look towards the rest of this Heroic squad to get the job done. Zantares alone, he almost lines it up, but S-Tag able to find him. The defuse will come in. It's down to the wire. 2 players surviving for Heroic.
And huge round from Stown as well. Not only getting the first 2 kills up on the short side, narrowly missing Zantares' Glock. Oh, sorry, whoever's Glock up on long side. Gets up into the apartments. I think it was Zantares actually swapped out for a second. Dodges those shots, stays alive, buys more time for Heroic. And even though the bomb plant comes in from Big, Stown still able to get another kill on the retake, taking out that pit player. So 2-0 for Heroic. Strong start early on. Big. That was pistols after all, with just the 1 Hero AK dropped by Gob, who will now be on a P250. The full buy is in otherwise. And trade of utility up banana early on. Heroic putting a lot of stake in locking down B so far in this map. I mean, even shown by the previous round, the fact that before the A play came in, they swapped Blame and NATO, just so NATO had the util down towards B, shows that that may be something we see a little bit more from Heroic. For now, though, at least, a lot of utility going down towards banana, but with it eventually fading, Big going to decide to move up. Blame might get flashed into this one by S-Tag, and that seems to be the case of getting aggressive. And they're all blind, 2 kills. The trade's there, but that's worth its weight in gold here for Heroic. The rotation coming through from NATO, but a well-timed kill on Stown in the meantime. That opens up A.
Yeah, now Freiburg here alone. Tizian dealing with the man up on balcony, and now this leaves NATO and S-Tag spread apart from one another. Zantares holding this smoke. NATO tries to go pushing through and will get bested. Ugh, S-Tag is lucky to be alive. He will try and get out of danger, looking to try and hold on to the AUG. And Big into their first rifle, find their first round, and in spite of losing Godby and Tabson early on, which, you know, I mean, they do a phenomenal job of recovering very, very quickly from that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about the re-aggression there on short from Stown. I mean, it worked in the previous round to pick it up for Heroic, but you know, when they already lost that B player on the trade, and as a result, Heroic have to rotate NATO off of A, that's just going to weaken your A side defense. So a perfect time to play passive, you know, give up the CT long wrap, and just be aware of the possibility that Big could be in your spawn, but instead he decides to try and get information up on short, and as a result goes down. That, you know, gives an avenue into A for Big, and considering there was only one man left up on balcony, that was always going to be a rough round. But Big able to get their first rifle on the board. Zantares as well. He's looking really, really good so far in these first couple of rounds, and that definitely spells a good sign here for this mainly German roster. Big with a tactical pause here. Maybe even converting into a technical, judging by what is going on right now with Legia, but we'll see. I always like having Big here because I like listening to their comms during the tactical pauses.
No, yeah, save it. Actually, I'm very guilty of that, Hugo.
Yeah.
You know, it is great, like, getting to have that little bit of insight, you know, hearing them... hearing exactly how someone like Godby goes about structuring his team is always an interesting thing, you know, wondering what goes on in that bulging brain of his.
Force buy for Heroic though, so the rifles are going to be delayed for now. 1 AUG and a scout on Blame. Native saving a bit of money for that potential AWP in just a couple of rounds' time, but this will give Big the room to get back in this map. Oh, that's a great shot. Blame dropping Tabson at Banana early on. They won't be able to retrieve the gun, but sitting pretty with a 5-on-4 early on are Heroic. And look at the rotate they've called off the back of that, moving heavily towards A. Solo man here on B. That's S-Tag. He has got the AUG plus utility, so this is the exact man you want on his own. That's a great kill as well. 5-on-3. I mean, Heroic are getting given 1-on-1s left and right. Although, can't really blame Tabson for his death. That was a boost that caught him out. Dennis will be dropped, and now Big going back towards A.
And yeah, if you're Big at this point in time, you've seen 2 different players over towards that B site, one of them being the AUG. So you can't really blame Big for looking to try and find something over here toward A. And thanks to that rotation, this is where Heroic do have 4 players stacked up. So Blame gonna rally a shot out with the scout. It will miss initially. Players being able to get by. Tizian in with one. Quickly traded by Stown, who now has an AK inside of the bomb site and wrapping in through short. NATO has to try and save the day here. Godby will check it. NATO's position given up. Zantares in with another. Him and Godby trying to get the job done, but now it is just Zantares in the hot seat. 1v2 required from him here. Bomb dropped over in the pit, 15 seconds. He's got to try and pick it up. He has to get this bomb down. And Heroic, they're going to hold their ground. They give him the bomb plant at least. It's NATO up in the apartments who looks to be that unknown factor, but he's made a bit of noise. Now hopping down onto short. Zantares homed in. The timing has to be picture perfect here for S-Tag. Coming in, trying to trade this kill. Might not matter because NATO gets the job done. Heroic 3-1 as that one solitary AUG and a few pistol players are able to pick a round up.
Yeah, especially helped by the fact they take a 5-on-3 just seconds into that round off the back of the banana fight. But really great work done by S-Tag and NATO to close out that 2-on-1. It's got to be scary being in a 2-on-1 against Antares. You know, of all people, that is someone who's very capable. But Heroic, they play it safely. They take another round, getting that reset right onto Big. 3-1 lead here on the CT side, and Big's money still going to be good for one more buy at least. Heroic yet to even don the AWP though. Of course, no team really running away with rounds right now, so economy yet to be established, but I can't wait to see this AWP battle. Of course, we've seen Tabson recently taking that. I'd imagine Big aren't going to be putting too much stake in AWPing on this T side. Tabson, very capable rifler. Typically what we know him to do anyway, and at least for now, just happy with the Krieg. Up middle, Big will sit for the time being. NATO's going to get flashed off. The smoke to keep that Molly off. He gets in the corner. Oh, this is close. There's a gap in that smoke. If he moves to the left, he might spot Tizian, but doesn't want to give away his position with the smoke spam just yet. Now the flash coming through. Dodge and crossfire setup as well. NATO with 2. Can he get any more done? The smoke beginning to fade. And now Big deciding to double back towards short. Molly to keep NATO back on long, but Xantares is already up past the porch. And still 3 players on this A site for Heroic.
Oh. Xantares timing to death there. NATO in with his 3rd kill of this round. Dennis and Tabson. It's all onto them now. Dennis has retrieved this bomb at least. There's no smoke for this CT cross, however, so B does not seem like a very enticing option, but it is the only real option Big have. 20 seconds left. The bomb up here on Banana. They've got to commit to it, and this relies on them dealing with NATO Sapphics over towards CT spawn. This crossfire with S-Tag set up. They're going to try and flash themselves across, and S-Tag holds his own while they do get NATO. That crossfire proves to be a big nuisance to try and contend with, and that's a 4th round now for Heroic.
Yeah, huge round for NATO as well. 3 kills from him up on long, locking down the first 2 on the push, and then even re-aggressing, which is a dangerous decision, but he makes it work. Shutting down Xantares on that reload. And Big, they've been forced to call out another tactical pause. 2nd coming through on this T side already. The money run dry for this German team. Left to 3K per player. It's going to have to be pistols. Got to be saying to keep the pressure up on Banana. That is something we've seen a lot, right? Even when Heroic have been throwing deep Molotovs down every round, Big have never, given it up for free at the start. They've always thrown their own util towards the top of car. Goes both ways. But they're not exactly going to have the util going forward in this round to do exactly that, so they've got to at least take a couple of hits here.
Yeah, and you're imagining a lot of this conversation mainly going on into the rifle round in the next. This might just be something a bit faster from Big. Try and overwhelm with the pistols, work your way to these closer range positions. They give up Banana initially. There's a deep smoke down. S-Tag. Oof. Well, this round is all said and done. Dennis alone and down at ramp. Deegan a dream. However, he is a long way from realizing that dream. The bomb over in top mid, under firm control of Heroic, and they've got a pretty good idea of the positions that Dennis could reside in. There's Blame F to finish things off. Heroic up 5-1. A very dominant CT side start, sorry.
Honestly, early prediction, but I think Heroic are going to be a real team to contend with in this group. I mean, we've already talked about this a little bit before, but the amount of depth that this team has is great. We've got a hugely capable fragging IGL in Blame. He had some incredible games back initially in the early weeks of Pro League when we saw him with this roster. So much firepower on this roster to Freiburg, showing us why. Aggression down mid in this round. It's only him, though. Trades 1-for-1 early on. Stown watching this boost up. Oh, he spots both. Does he realize there's a player right behind him? Needs to be careful. Xantares is up into the apartments. Rotation off of B, and it's a full rotate. This is some ballsy call from Heroic, leaving this site empty. And considering what we heard Gob talk about in the tactical pause, it might be the wrong call to make, because Big, they are sneaking their way up with that bomb as well. 2 players still up on mid, keeping the illusion of this A play up for Heroic. But if Dennis gets around this corner and clears out the top of B, we could be seeing a free round for Big. Luckily enough, S-Tag is doubling back towards his site, but still, it's a scary call to see Heroic make. Luckily, he won't come back to bite them just yet.
And there is a bit of a gap on the right side of that smoke. You can see, though, the effect it's had. The smoke raining in from CT could even give the illusion that maybe that's an extra man rotated around into the B bomb site if you're Big. Because there were smokes there earlier on in that round. So now Big turning their attention back to this A bomb site. And this is where Heroic built up that 3-man stack earlier on in the round with that full rotation. Zantares leading the charge out from long will get spotted. NATO's here to grace the scoreboard initially, looking to try and get more work done. Molly's raiding into pit, but it might not matter as NATO chaining together another. It's Tizian left up. Does have the bomb on his back, and he has found Blame F inside of the bomb site, so now 1v1 required here. Punching in the numbers, but the nade finishes things off, and Heroic, they will get the defuse, they will cement a 6th round, and they're going to continue building upon this lead.
Yeah, really great start to this map as well. You got to remember as well, this is a Big's pick in the series.
And I mean, if you think about it, Inferno has always been one of the staple maps for this Big squad, almost at every iteration of the roster. Even if you think back to the PGL Major, the map that they completed their run to actually get into the playoffs and go so deep there was on the back of their Inferno. And, you know, I mean, you know, obviously there's other caveats thrown in there as well. But, I mean, yeah, you know, you can't take away the fact that they were like a great Inferno team. So it's either impressive that Heroic are doing this well, or perhaps maybe even worrying that Big are struggling.
A nice bit of both, I think. NATO's got the AWP as well. That's something we have yet to see here for Heroic. He does get tagged up early on. I think it was utility towards the top of Banana. He will rotate off, though, going back towards long side on A. S-Tag, oh, messy, but he sprays him down. Got B, other side of the smoke. Almost caught the timing on that shot. 30 HP on the in-game leader. Blame F has been dropped, though, on the other side of things, and S-Tag still remains as a solo B player. NATO is only watching the wrap round right now, at least the cross, but he can always fall back towards B at a moment's notice. That's what he will do, but maybe at the wrong timing, because Big fully centered up towards A. Deep banana smokes here for Heroic, and that's where we should see NATO double back in towards his site. Only 2 players on A for Heroic right now, and they may come to regret that because Big are about to burst apartments.
Oh, Stout turning his attention back around, now helped out by Freiberg, and this attempted Palace play has been torn apart, or apartments play rather, has been torn apart. Got B and Tabson, all that remain. Rotation's already here for Heroic, 30 seconds left, and this bomb on the back of God B. Very committed to this apps angle. Tabson desperately trying to clear this player out from the bomb site. The Molotov will force down off the angle at the very least, and this now leaves Freiberg in a spot where he has to try and watch Long and Palace. But yeah, I mean, or the apartments rather. But yeah, 10 seconds left, and if this bomb doesn't exit, there will be no time. God B's just gonna try and, you know, barrel his way down, and yeah, I mean, that's a 7th now.
I love that call from Heroic. They're sitting there in the 3-on-2. They know the Big are really, really close within the site and looking for picks, and then someone just makes a call. Everyone move, and all 3 players just swing out of their positions at the same time and take the fights. Big were looking for picks, but they got pressured, and with the man advantage already in the favor of Heroic in that situation, there's no way they're going to lose that. So just funny seeing Stown run out from the back of the site after not moving for 15 seconds. That's got to hurt if you're Big. You're not expecting that play. And this is looking really fresh from Heroic. 7-1 up. What a start to this game. What a start to this series. I want to see NATO on this AWP as well. I mean, this is a player that, personally, I've been waiting so long to see in the pro circuit, in the top level of Counter-Strike. Proven his worth many, many times on smaller rosters before, but never really had the chance to play with the big boys, and here it is.
You and I were questioning, you know, we gave him an invite to join Team Goon Squad, and he turned it down, said that he had another offer, and I guess I understand why.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
We were offering a competitive salary, though, Hugo. That's what I will say. 50 euros prize money.
Yikes.
Yeah, well, Here's the attempted palace plays, and Torres gets one, and that actually will be Freiburg found. An orb picked up, and Stow now down in the pit. He's back to back with the enemy. He's rubbing their shoulders, but he's gotten into the bomb site somehow. These smokes keeping big in the pit right now. Actually, Stow, he gets flashed through. NATO lining that up does allow them to get one onto Zantares, but now with another org retrieved and in the hands of Tizian, this could be a terrifying situation for Heroic. S-Tag trying to get down through Banana. Will he be ready for Tabson, who is holding down here? He will check it. Tabson's been deleted, and even though the bomb goes down, a 3v3 now no longer outside the realms of possibility for Heroic.
I love those pit smokes from Big. They're so great at getting players inside of the pit and sectioning them off, waiting until they fade before Big need to fight the site. And I don't think Stown even expected 3 players in that position. I love this angle. Retake attempting from Blame, but he won't be able to find anyone above this spot. Oh, Dennis is to his right. Dennis's head is sticking out, but he's not going to be able to see him. Look too far to the left. Dennis peeking out. Him and Tizian, a killer piece, and Dennis doubles it. Big will pick up their second round and finally getting it done in the post-plant. Something different, something new from Big, and exciting to see. I think the first time I saw those like pit smokes was the old initial snappy run Danish optic. Really, really cool strategy. And with Stown playing so close to the smoke originally, he never saw those players, or at least never saw how many got out through the balcony. So not aware when he called for the flash back into the pit. Either way, 7-2. Money of Heroic starting to be a bit of a problem. S-Tag's on the AWP as well this time, so taking that over NATO, who will be on the UMP. Blame on a pistol. NATO close. Oh, through the smoke. There's no flash behind it. Zantares. Oh, he's like lambs to the slaughter. NATO's got 2. AK's dropped at his feet. He can swap it out to the org instead. Back off towards the A site. Heroic take a 5-on-3 straight off the bat. And S-Tag still solo on this site. Might call for a bit of a rotate.
Yeah, Dennis has already passed, but S-Tag able to deal with the first man in. Flash past, and will be S-Tag falling. Now, Blame F very, very fast on this rotation round, but I believe Tabson did catch a glimpse of him, and indeed he did. Blame F getting mopped up. God B found through the smoke. Tabson's traded. He's on for 3 with the AWP in hand now, his weapon of choice. And a 1v2 required. Bomb still inside of the bomb site. Not on the back of Tabson, and he's first going to start to clear Banana. Now has to go back for this bomb. That smoke that was in CT will have started to fade within the next few seconds. So Tabson, he's going to decide to clear the CT angle. Both players for Heroic and Ruins just looking to play the numbers game. Will they anticipate that Tabson's still here, or might they have expected a rotate round? The bomb now retrieved. Tabson taps it. Hopes that someone's going to go peeking on in. They smoke it. The timing there. The moment Tabson looks away and decides that he might have an opportunity to plant, they go pushing through, and Heroic, they salvage that round and they get another to their name.
Heroic are going for some of the craziest plays, but the best part about it is they're all on the same page. Whatever is being called, they're all doing, and that's what matters most. They're just going for unpredictable stuff here. He even watches the Molotov for exactly that, but after no one peeks immediately off the back of it, he assumes, okay, surely no one's going to peek, and then boom, you get doubled. So what do you even do about that? Nice try from Tabson, but Heroic are just playing 4D underwater checkers. Fast up into the apartments though. Tizian winning his battle. Freiburg's going to get picked up. Not the first time he's lost the man advantage in this position before. Stown reaggressing. There's no one in the hallway. There's no one watching, and he might catch the timing for it, but doubled down. Tizian's not finished. 14 HP, but he gets away with a 5-on-3. Heroic now have to run the solo beat. NATO up on the site with his AWP as well. We've got Blame long side. S-Tag, is he going to push through the smoke? If he does, it would be to his demise. God B might get his first kill of the map.
Oh, this is just all down to timing now, though. And God B waiting patiently. Yeah. Easiest kill of his life, and now they know the odds are B is empty. Blame F making noise over at short will spur the peek on from Tabson, fully flashed off the angle. In the meantime, this B bomb site has crumbled. Blame F falls. It's NATO alone in pit. Even if he kills all three of these players over here at A, that bomb plant's still going down inside of the B bomb site. He's got no say in that. And he will be able to finish off one before they deal with him. Big, a third round cemented.
Yeah, interesting to play that smoke in the bottom of the banana. I know it's a 5-on-3. You're in a very uncomfortable position. You're probably not going to win the round, but I'm struggling to see a reality where that works. Like, what are the chances in a 5-on-3 where Big are all over mid that they're not watching the banana smoke? Yeah, I'm not really sure about that. But, you know, Heroic, they've been going for wacky stuff. They've been gambling quite a lot, so I respect the attempt. Won't work out, though. 8-3, Big starting to get a handle on this T side. And again, remember, it is Inferno, so, you know, if they start to pull things back and get 5 or 6 rounds here, it's very much doable. Don't let this early dominant scoreline from Heroic confuse you. Big are not out of the wood, or Heroic are not out of the woods just yet.
No, definitely not. And I mean, you know, we've seen some great performances. I'm going to say nearly from Tizian. He's had a couple of big moments here for the big squad. And Zantara's alongside him, right? They're going to look to be kind of the power duo with tabseN chiming in as well to try and carry this forward for Big. This is the force fight from Heroic, and that was something else that I was curious about. If we would see them go for the force here, it was double eco territory, so I guess they kind of had to. But the man who's top of the board for Heroic right now, NATO Safix, he's someone who you kind of want to see on that AWP a bit more. We saw it just in that previous round, bought out for him to have his real first time wielding it in this map thus far, and didn't really bring any game-changing results. Obviously, it was kind of, he was already in what, a 2-on-5. Ooh. But these scouts doing a decent bit of damage initially. Both Centaurus and GodB tagged up. And now they just flash through these smokes. Dennis brought down low. Blame F, he's got a lot of tagged up targets here, but tabseN taps him down, and now these rotations coming in. These Deegs could find a couple of kills between them, and if GodB and Centaurus fall, this becomes a doable round for Heroic. Big are still in danger, despite having the man advantage, despite having that bomb down.
What a smoke as well, cutting off 2 players. Banana side, they will go for the boost. This is going to catch anyone out coming from Ruin side. And that's exactly where NATO's moving through. Great flashbang, but Stown gets shot by Tizian. NATO close up on the site, same story. Tizian's having a great map so far. 3 kills in this one. He's been a lot of the reason Big have even been winning these rounds. He gets a double opener in Apartments in to win their second round. Now he gets a triple on B. Really putting up the numbers here for this T side, and just about saved from Freiburg. 6 HP with that Deagle and armor. I love that he was still watching the Ruin store to his right, as if someone could magically still be there. Not a chance of that bomb going off, but just playing it safe. Either way, Big starting to definitely get a grip on this first half, responding with a 4th round on this T side. If Tizian can keep this up, then this half, it's not going to be done. And especially not now. Look at the money for Heroic. Just pistols.
Yeah, they've done this little triple man setup over towards long. Stown's there as well to try and pull some attention round, but with them burning Freiburg out towards top banana, Big, if they commit to this B bomb site, they will uncover that it is clear. GodB going back to retrieve that bomb. For Heroic, question kind of becomes how long do they keep this triple set, or quad setup rather, over towards Arch side? Centaurus and Co are still in the top of mid, so still a chance that Big do go running into this. And, all you're really looking for is a couple of kills from it if you are Heroic. It's not really a round-winning strategy, but it's something, that could get you an AK in hand.
But it is just the fake being sold here by Xantares alone, and I don't think he's going to really need to commit to this one, although they might. They're going to get aggressive. He gets 2 headshots. S-tag on the corner, and Stown's going to be lined up as well. 4 kills for Xantares. Nice and easy there on the anti-eco. 5 rounds here for Big. He definitely seemed to expect that one as well, with so much pressure being put on long side, even backing off after throwing those Molotovs. Not going to be falling to the USPs anytime soon. Big will not be falling to Heroic either. This is, what, 3 rounds in a row now for Big? This is a damn good resurgence from what was an 8-1 scoreline initially for Heroic. So 4 rounds in a row, actually, ignore me. Even better. And still no AWP back on the CT side. Back to rifles, smoke on everyone, but that's about the limitation with utility. Not much else, so... Boost up from Stown above the porch side. Short has been smoked, so he's trying to get a bit of a view above that. NATO also cut off by utility on long. Tabson's got the AWP up in Boiler as well. A very awkward position to run the sniper, but he's going to be assisted by a couple of teammates taking mid at the same time. BlameF is peeled off of B once again, and S-Tag running that solo banana hold.
Yeah, solo banana hold with an MP9. So could find himself in hot water if Big decide to head this way. You know, you do have BlameF playing that speedway for the fast rotation, and he'll actually hedge his bets and start the rotation around now. Looking like they might even try peeking down Banana, seeing what it has in store. NATO's going to throw that long smoke, but Dennis winning his fight onto BlameF has now made B look like an enticing prospect. Big considering it, but I mean, with 30 seconds, they kind of have to commit to the A play at this point in time. So 3 players on the other side. Heroic just keeping this stack up, holding their nerve, not over-rotating on the back of that kill going the way of Big at Banana. And Stout, he's lined up 2, looking for a 3rd. He's done everything! This A bomb site belongs to Stout. And Dennis, very, very far away, all the way inside of B. While he might have the bomb site, he's lost the rest of his team, and he's lost the bomb. So that is Heroic onto a 9th round. Phenomenal hold from Stout up on the balcony. And I mean, nerves of steel to not even debate rotating an extra man around to B. On the back of not really seeing much out through A. NATO had heard footsteps at long, but that was really about it.
Yeah, I honestly wonder what the decision there for Big was to not rotate. I guess it must have been the time after all, and the fact that they spent so long just gaining this mid control. But after Dennis gets the pick on B, I'm so surprised to see Big still commit towards A, maybe expecting that there would be a rotate. Heroic, balls of steel to hold down so strong on the A site. And Big, I mean, there was 10 seconds left on that push. Never going to happen. Stown shuts it down. The young player on Heroic really being a nuisance here. S-Tag, he's got to watch out. They're already at top B side. Dennis almost getting that entry kill. He falls off. Oh, Molly pushes him back, though. They've got him sectioned off. And the smoke landing on that corner as well. But, oh, S-Tag throws his own. That's masterful. He's just trying to be a nuisance. Dennis is trying to climb above it. And they both do. Oh, that's awkward. S-Tag jumping into the jaws of the beast. Xantares has found himself up long in the meantime. Blame alone on Banana, but then no one's watching it. He almost gets a kill, but converted by Dennis, who drops off of the high ground. And now, what a weird round. Xantares is calling for the A rotate. They're going back towards mid. NATO's here with the AWP, and he's dropped 2 in the bomb. His teammate dead in the meantime. NATO's still alone. If he wins this fight, he can win the round, but it's all reliant on this. Tabson's just buying time, letting Xantares get into position. NATO dropping into the pit. And oh dear, this is so close, but yet so far for NATO. He'll fall at the last hurdle. Xantares getting the trade. A huge effort from the latest addition to Heroic, but it is not meant to be. What a wacky round and what an entertaining half. Heroic sit in the lead 9-6. We're throwing to a break, but we'll be back with the second half. Do not go anywhere. This game is only just starting.
An absolutely electric start from Heroic to kickstart this series. Big starting to come back towards the end, but this one still feels like it's very much anyone's game, Hugo. Well, Dennis going to open up this pistol round. NATO in with the response. We'll be into a 4-on-4 at least right now. Freiburg able to delete tabs, this A bomb site going the way of Heroic right now. S-Tag going to be plugging in the numbers. Rotations up through mid. Big on for the retake. Tizian, ooh, nice shot onto Stown, still looking for a bit more, but NATO going to trade things back. Zantares getting the first man, looking for the next. Oh, it's a bit sloppy between him and Freiburg. Finally, one of them is able to complete the kill, and so Heroic will be on to a 10th round. Yeah, looking to try and continue to build upon these leads that much further. I do just want to clarify, Hugo's not being super quiet. You know, we do have a couple of technical difficulties and working overtime to get them fixed. But yeah, it's a bit of a solo cast right now, so you know, we're enjoying it. Hello, Hugo.
Okay, so a little bit of a breakdown for those unaware. Harry has magic electric powers. He touched me, and it short-circuited all the audio and my mixer, which is very nice. So we're back. Thank you for all the guys here sorting out really, really fast. So we are all good, should be fine. Just don't touch me anymore, Harry, and I won't get any more electric shocks. That'll be lovely. So 10-6. Heroic, they take that pistol going into the second half, and Big already having a bit of a rough second round. Damage done to 3. One of them, so much damage, he's dead. Tabson's out of this round. And Heroic looking to execute the B site. 2 players up close. Nice double stack. This might catch Freiburg off guard, and he spots both and sprays them down. Zantares and Tizian picked up. 5-on-2. This B site is done, and there's no way Big are going to be trying to retake this round, saving the guns for a rainy day, but Stown's already on the hunt.
Yeah, he's looking for them, but he's still a little bit off of discovering Dennis and God B down here in the pit. There's plenty of time, though, and he is going to be looking for it. Now, it looks like they should get away with this for now, Hugo, and that is going to be an 11th round for Heroic. Big only going to have a Scout and an MP9 to work with into the next, so realistically, they should go 12-6 up in favor of this Heroic squad. A worrying side as they get off to a good start here on the T side. Not going to let that force buy from Big upset the swing of things.
And this is where the game can really get out of control for Big, right? They have one more eco. That should be a 12-6. At that point, Big have a rifle round. If they don't win that rifle round, this game could very easily elude them, Harry. This entire map, all for nothing, at least for the Big side of things. Down by 5. What a debut from NATO. 19 kills, top of the server. And, you know, off the top of my head, I would say this is the least experienced player in the pro scene in this entire, you know, best of 3, in this entire game. So, definitely showing his worth right now for Heroic. Playmat, 2 at the top of Banana. Fast kills to open up B. Freiburg will join the ranks as well. Heroic making quick work of this anti-eco, and Big, no real stake in this round. Zantares is cut out by the smoke. It's not even a commitment for Heroic. That bomb's still in middle, and Stown is deep in the apartments right now. They can double back towards A, but that's where Tabson sits. So the best chance of Big doing anything in this round rely on the scout. And Heroic might still walk into it yet.
Yeah, well, you know, even if they do, unless something goes disastrously wrong, this should be a Heroic round all day long. Now, another thing to note, you can actually look to bring this AWP out now pretty soon here on the Heroic T side. NATO, you think about the rounds that we saw him bring it out on the CT half, and that was really when he started to pull ahead of the rest of the competition. even, you know, going as far as to almost get one hell of a clutch in that last round of the first half. But I am looking forward to seeing that board out that much more. I imagine we're just going to see an attempt at the bonus round here, though, from Heroic as a result of keeping so many of those SMGs in play.
Well, they didn't have a single player die over the last 2 rounds. So, yeah, not only a hell of a lot of money, but all the more reason to run this bonus, right? If you can win this and get free orgs, that's huge. Plus the fact that you're literally 12-6 up, so there's no reason for you to rush the rifles. They'll just rush the site instead. Dennis spraying, though. Lots of damage through that smoke. Gotby gets one through the apartments, his second kill of the map as well. First one was getting S-Tag walking through that banana smoke in the first half, but Gotby is all alive and kicking now on this A site. 3 kills coming in for this CT side. Stown does get one trade, but he's cornered. Xantares pressuring. NATO going to come in for assistance, but it's too late. Stown's dead. NATO alone in a 1-on-4, and Xantares, he's had enough of it. 2 kills from him. The 20 bomb from Xantares taken. And Big's first round on the CT side has been picked up with these rifles. It's exactly what we said they needed, rather. This game probably would have been done without it, so now at least a chance to try and pull this back in the second half, but what a long road they have in front of them. Heroic with so much money. And they're even calling a tactical pause going into this rifle round as well, despite them being 12-7 up, making sure they're all on the same page and they have a game plan just to shut this out before Big have any chance of pulling this map back.
This is what we're gonna get to see how NATO's T-side AWPing stacks up, how that compares to his CT half. You think about so many AWPers, Hugo, you do notice a pretty dramatic fall-off moving into a T-side Inferno. It does take a certain breed of AWPer to look at home on this map. Although if I had to pick, you know, someone in the server who could do exactly that, I would say NATO is one of the AWPers who could definitely look to do it. So we will get to see exactly what he's made of now in this round here. And here's the thing, I mean, you know, that last round was an important one for Big to dodge having no money, but this one is kind of the same story, and a nice shot from S-Tag to kickstart this round. Gotby is in for a world of hurt. So many players pushing in, and a double kill for S-Tag to kickstart this A-side take. The bomb goes down, and as a result of that money problem that we've been bringing up, Big, they almost have to commit to this save here.
I mean, it's Inferno all over, Harry. 2 kills doesn't kickstart, it closes, because with those coming in for S-Tag, Big go for the save, and while Tizian gets a double kill on those exiting players, Big still aren't even looking to get back into this round. They'd rather the money, they'd rather the guns. Inferno's so hard to retake. And still plenty of mollies for Heroic as well, so they'll throw them out. They'll make sure that Big aren't approaching this bomb site. And 13 rounds here on the T side. Luckily enough, these guns will be enough for Big to fully buy up in the follow-up round, but right now, Heroic have a hell of a lead. I wonder if they have the AWP lying around. Doesn't seem like it has been retrieved. NATO's lost that one, at least for the time being, but it's not the end of the world. They've still got another round to their name. 13-7. Heroic bordering a victory on Big's map pick here as well. That's the most important fact.
And you've kind of got Big right where you want them, right? This is a map where the CT side, as you kind of alluded to, can be forced to save in so many situations. And if you're Big now, staring down the barrel of having your economy decide everything, you can be forced to play a very, very kind of almost overly safe style of Counter-Strike, right? There might be situations in which you would usually see this squad go for these retakes or something of the likes, and you just don't want to, because you don't want to put yourself in that sort of economic situation. Now Tabson getting thrown down from the top of that boost, almost able to find the opener. Instead, the utility going to do a bit of damage onto Xantares and Tabson, and top banana control will be seized by Heroic. They look like they might just commit to this B play here, and now utility raining in. 3 players stacked here for Big. If there ever was a time for them to hold on to B, it is here and now. Tabson holding for this wrap in through CT, but the fact that S-Tag has slowed down, taken his time, might catch them unaware. Tizian getting the double, might have got enough of the job done on his own. S-Tag now making his presence known, and it was a double kill into the A-bomb site in the round prior that was enough to secure it for Heroic. He was hoping that 2 might have been enough here at B, but it doesn't look to be the case. Down 1 versus 3 required. A player on the pillar will get spotted. Zantares, immediate repeat, knows that he's going to have to cock the AWP once again before he can take another shot. And so he picks up that trade while it's available. Big, they stay alive, they pick up another.
Yeah, they saw that one coming from a mile off. 3 players at the start of the round on B. No need for a rotation off. And Heroic, they walk into a very heavy stack there from Big. Plenty of util. The AWP as well. So Big, slowly but surely making it work. That's second round in this half. Heroic, another buy round with the AWP on NATO. No armor though. tabseN, did he spot S-Tag there? I think he did, but he doesn't want to go back in for the repeat without a flashbang. There it is from Gob. S-Tag dead in the water. Freiburg does retrieve the gun off his body, upgrading from the MAC-10, so silver linings, but still a man down are Heroic in this round. Big, luckily enough, only have 2 players on this B site right now, and Heroic flashing their way back into Banana to try and take control, set up this AWP. Will be focused up on the car, but Molotov down, no re-peeking from Big, who actually will opt to rotate Zantares over, so it's Tizian on his own. Has a smoke for the delay play, but we've seen Heroic do a lot of wacky stuff. Rushing through a B smoke wouldn't be the most surprising. But again, at any point, Big can just rotate this long play around, and with no pressure being put on the A site right now, it does certainly seem that way. Heroic setting up inside of the banana. Stown coming late to join them through the spawn. Flash up for Heroic. That'll force the one smoke from Big. No more util left on this B site aside from a solo flashbang on Tizian, so it's going to come down to these aim duels. And I think Big, in the back of their mind, know this is a B play, but they don't want to make the risk of rotating off and paying the price. Heroic getting ready to charge.
Yeah, now they hear the flashes raining in. There's Freiburg on for the entry. Doubles up. Tizian's gone. And this B bomb site crumbles with him. 3v3 retake here. And Big, not much money left to play with. This is sort of that mindset, you know, on the back of having no money. This is where you can fall into, you know, going for a save. And this is a pretty doable round. There's tabseN finding Freiburg through the wallbang. And now they're certainly spurred on. God B picking up the lone gunman down at Banana. It's Blame F left in the 1-on-3. Time ticking away, but Big already here. The first kill comes through. God B picks up the trade. They will get on the bomb, and they've got enough time for the defuse. The 9th round solidified here for the big boys.
tabseN just wallbangs Freiburg like it's nothing through new box. What? You never see that with the AWP. Freiburg was on 6 points of health, which definitely helped out tabseN in that, but I need to see a replay of that one. He almost aimed like he knew. Could he see something there? No, surely not. Either way, ridiculous shot, ridiculous round. Big get the retake, 13-9, and the half buys come through for Heroic. They've not got a huge amount of money to play with. Deagles, a couple of bits of armor and some flashes. If you're Heroic, the most important thing to do is not get ahead of yourselves here. Don't think this game is won, because that's how you lose it.
Yeah, this is a round that if Heroic can get away with finding, you know, 2 kills in, they can be pretty happy with that, right? Because you've kept Big's economy down low. And that's really what you want here. If you're the Heroic squad, it's such a nice feeling knowing that you're 1 round win away from breaking your opponent's economy. This round, however, pushing into B, Tizian will defeat the first man. tabseN through the smoke helping out. Zantares lending a helping hand, and everyone falling. Stown trying to get some damage off, but the kill does not come through, and it is a flawless round for Big. That is exactly what they wanted here. As they secure themselves a 10th, they are slowly but surely getting back into this game. Now just 3 rounds behind Heroic.
And we've not really even seen tabseN tested on this AWP up on the A site right now for Big. It's going to go back towards B in this one, at least for the start of the round, for that early utility and the chance for the banana pick to come through. Although Heroic have had enough of it, they are out of B right now. Putting pressure on with utility, but the deep smoke is going to keep Freiburg cordoned off, and he's not going to go through that at least yet. There it is, flash through. Freiburg gets aggressive. Big actually give up top B. But at least they've instilled enough fear in Heroic not to challenge with the top of card just yet. And in the meantime, the rest of this T side is setting up outside of A, and Big have double back on the rotation. Just Tabson on B alone with that AWP. Again, he might not play a huge part.
Sticking around, flashback off the angle, so Freiburg taking control of top banana, and they've had to expel a very little amount of utility for this portion of the map. They won't decide to hit B though. Instead, now they fully rotate away from banana and set up over towards the top of mid. S-Tag keeping an eye on this long peak. Tizzy, and will he decide to go for it? Indeed he will, and into the prying eyes of S-Tag he goes. Dennis over here at short might be in for a nasty surprise. Just able to get down into the pit in time. Gob B holding on the balcony, not spotted yet. Dennis drawing the attention away. They're playing off of each other well, but Blame F, a quick double kill, has just made this round doable. A 2v2 as that bomb plant goes in.
And look at this position from Freiburg, playing on the edge of the smoke in that cubby. What a hard one for Big to expect. No one going to be focused on clearing this, and once that smoke fades, he will surely have the drop on Tabson, who focus deep on the site. Freiburg going through it as well. He has a scope, and there's the kill. Freiburg drops the AWP, and Xantara is left in the 1-on-2. Bomb planted for Blame F. Freiburg running a crossfire with him, and the info not there. There it is. Xantara, he gets spotted. He gets the kill, though. Flicks back to Blame, swaps out to the AK, and he knows exactly where Freiburg is. Can try and force the fight, but the bomb time's so low. Even if he gets the kill, surely there's no chance. And Freiburg dead, but the round done. Heroic pick it up on the T side, 14-10. Nice try from Xantares, but the time eludes him. That long smoke, the delay play from Freiburg killing his teammate really hurts Big there.
Yeah, a big moment from Freiburg. Now this is it's still like an odd one, right? Because everyone falling for Heroic. Tactical pause called in from them, and you understand why. You're 14-10 up, you just won that previous round. And, you know, we kept building up this storyline of, well, Heroic, potentially, if they just get a round win, they could reset the economy of Big. Well, as a result of those last few rounds being so clean, Big, they've got a bank build up. And Heroic, they never had that. Getting the round win here, with everybody falling, means that they're actually pretty cash-strapped heading into this round. So it's a very odd scenario to be in, and I'm curious to see exactly how they decide to deal with it.
Oh, they've got a tactical wars first. Peacemaker trying to help them out. Again, we do have to remember when we saw Heroic here last time, albeit with a different roster, Peacemaker wasn't able to secure his visa and therefore wasn't here to coach the team, but now he is, so that's great news. Adds just one more layer to that of Heroic that could definitely be helpful. 14-10, and as you say, this awkward buy for Heroic. We got a couple of SMGs, we have a pistol on NATO. This is far from what you want, considering you just won the previous round. And Big have an AWP to play with as well. Shotgun on Gob, but honestly, that could be a blessing here if you place it in the apartments. That's where he's been all half.
And this round is so important at deciding the outcome of this game, because both teams are either eco or force buying into this following round. So this is almost not like a 2-for-1, because you can definitely win with the force buys, but it's going to post you up in a great spot if you're Big to either get back into this and get it that much closer, or if you're Heroic, close this first map out in a very dominant fashion.
Yeah, the wall of smokes that Big ran up into the short, or the pit side rather, from Heroic. They won't do anything with it though. They just get a lot of utility out of Big. 4-man setup here, but the thing is, it's all a fake. Stan will go down, but Heroic are doubling back in towards B. Tabson the only man here, but they don't take him down on the peak. Luckily enough, he has that smoke to retreat. We'll buy time for this full rotation. Big are going for it. Everyone in position. S-Tag jump shot onto Tabson. Freiburg's already in the spawn. He's going to go aggressive for a second, but Dennis does get the trade, and S-Tag's locked it down with the AWP from the body of that man in the back of B. Can he get any more? Not hitting the follow-up shot, but it's a 3-on-2. He doesn't need to. NATO's going to hear the reload, and there's the kill to take down Tizzy and got B 1-on-3. This could be the map done here for Big. He might have to just save.
Oh, he almost certainly does. God B, it's a very gut-wrenching decision to have to make, but a 1v3, you know it's not likely. You know you've got no cash. This AUG is likely going to be the only rifle that Big have in this following round. And I mean, you know, you've got to try and get 5 in a row, and it starts with a very, very shoddy situation to be in, right? You've got the one org. God B can maybe drop a UMP or something of the likes over. Maybe he opts to don the shotgun again.
You just see Lewis laughing at how S-Tag got that shot on Tabson mid-air at the back of the site. What a way to start it as well. That is such an awkward situation for Tabson. He plays his cards as well as he can in that situation, right? He gets flashed off, he goes for a blind shot, misses it, fair enough, smokes off the choke point, goes back to new box to delay the push, and then he gets jump shot. So rough round for Big, but a fantastic game so far from Heroic, looking to take away the Germans' map pick in this potentially final round. AWP on S-Tag as well. And that's also something good, the depth of warping on Heroic. Not only NATO, but S-Tag's able to don that. Oh, what a start.
Yeah, nice little double dink from Xantares. Picking up that first man, and there's Tizian in with another. This was a tricky round for Big to pick up, but a 2-man advantage is going to be so valuable now. Heroic, they're keen to juggle those guns away. They're able to get one of them. I believe Freiburg's, they dropped a little too deep, and now they try and push in, but another kill. Xantares helped out by that flash from Tizian. Xantares onto a triple, a 5-7 and a dream, but that's all he needed. He's kept Big in this one. Stown left up in the 1-on-5. It's not looking likely. He's completely surrounded. The scout doing damage, utility raining in. Dennis killing Xantares. Can't let him get too ahead of himself, I guess.
Dennis even shot the dead body as well. Oh dear.
Regardless, I mean, a massive round from Xantares. What a play. And also, I think it was Tizian inside of the bomb site with him, right?
Yes.
Lining up some crucial flashbangs to allow so many of these kills to come in right there. S-Tag full blind. And on top of that, it slows down the remaining players funneling through that smoke. So there was no way you could have traded that if you are on the other side of it. First round of 5 needed for Big to make this comeback happen. They're still a ways off, but thankfully they've started to the long journey to it. Might only be 4 rounds, but that can feel like a lifetime in the server.
Got B. Bit of confidence, claiming they're going to win it, but they'll have to do it in overtime if that is to be the case. A 4-round comeback before we leave regulation. And on the map pick of Big, on the CT side where they're comfortable, and in the rounds that they've been pulling it back, it certainly doesn't seem impossible. Going to require a huge effort though. Pistols here for Heroic. Big break the money back, and as a result, they are going to be able to have a bit of a confidence building round. Not needed for Xantares. He's got confidence flowing through his veins. This man has been nuts this game. Tizian alongside him, and look at these two just shredding Heroic and Banana. 31 kills for Xantares. I think Tizian is in the upper echelons of 20. Yeah, 29. It does really feel like a 2-man effort right now for Big, but hey, if it's working, it's working. These guys have been popping off on this B bomb site. Now 3 rounds separate them from that magic overtime.
Yeah, but eventually it's going to start to feel like a bit of a grind, right? You don't have that ability to do it on the back of, you know, just no money being available for Heroic. Just by the very nature of needing 5 rounds consecutively, you know, you're going to allow that loss bonus to build up for the T side. So bomb plants are really going to be enough to facilitate buys for Heroic. They've employed this this little boost so that Dennis can get a bit of an angle. But, ooh, it's down. I think he saw that on the jump peek. S-Tag was just a few seconds away from getting rewarded. Smoke down. He tries to peek aggressively on the back of it. Tabson already primed in and ready. Now will be the man advantage taken for Big. Freiburg and Tizian locked in this awkward standoff over at Banana. Won't matter all too much as these smokes now funnel in towards the top of mid. Heroic trying to set up for this. Dennis gets boosted up over the top of this smoke and yeah, actually does fall off of it. So they decide to move away from the long position.
And look at the info they get off of that. Dennis will rotate back towards B because he spotted no one in middle, and Heroic, for a second that looked like the right call because they were sending the bomb back down mid, but instead it's still here at the top side. Long smoke's going out for Blame, and it's only a fake. It is going to be that B play after all. We might see an attempt at the long split from these two A-side players. There's silence from Freiburg and Blame at the top of B. Look at Stown. He's inside of the site. He's trying to sell this fake with everything he's got, and he might be able to do so. There's a kill. Doubling down for Stown. He's opened up A, but they've lost the bomb on B. The worst timing for Heroic. NATO can still save the round, but there's still Dennis on the other side. He grabs the bomb, but he doesn't know. He doesn't expect a second player in this site, and Dennis will take him down. 10 seconds left. The round is over. He had to go, but he wasn't ready for the second man inside it. He expected CT, and it will be Big picking up 13. What a fake from Heroic. If they don't lose that bomb, if that bomb doesn't challenge top B for a few more seconds, they win that round without a doubt. There was a player already leaving that B site because Stown got 2 picks on A.
Yeah, I mean, that is just heartbreaking for Heroic, right? It felt like all the pieces of the puzzle were there, and then Stown doing such a phenomenal job, was able to hold the AWP forward at least, and that will now be thrown into the hands of NATO. So you've got that to work with in this round, but that is really it. And this also leaves Stown's buy looking limited into the last round of regulation, assuming we get there. NATO going to try and play aggressively with this AWP in towards top mid. Now tabseN on the other side. We're going to get to maybe see these two Titans clash. Flash is good. tabseN falls back, so they know that the AWP was here. Will they anticipate Dennis hidden in the long corner? Blame F gonna fall prey to the double setup. They're trying to flush Dennis out, and they will manage to get him. Stown finding good damage, but the round goes the way of Big. One away from taking this through to overtime.
Yeah, I mean, Godby said to his team in that attack pause, don't worry, guys, we'll win this at 15-11, and now we're there. A chance for them to take it to OT, a chance for them to get that victory after all, and to think this is only the first map of the series.
And to think as well, it was here on LAN that we saw Big break the Astralis win streak on Inferno. And, you know, I mean, Heroic were looking so good, but it looks like, you know, Big might have been able to pull this one back, Hugo.
Bit of big magic, Harry.
They do just seem like a very magical team on Inferno.
Well, it's not done just yet. Full buy will be coming through here for the likes of Heroic. As you said in the previous round, there's going to be limitations. Stown's not got any money. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. The max loss bonus certainly assists them in doing so. So everything they need except the AWP, really. And that's on the hands of tabseN right now for Big. He's had a, you know, not huge rounds, but just getting, you know, a kill or two pretty much every round in these last 3. Put Big in a very good position here to bring us to overtime, considering how this half has gone. Xantares and Tizian, they have been unstoppable on B, so Heroic going to look elsewhere for the time being. Double setup in the apartments. It's AWP on the corner. Big have put a lot of stake into App's play. Stown just going to run through with the flash. He gets the kill to Godby. The trade is there, but if you're Heroic in this situation, you've traded an SMG for a rifle. That's worth it. Tizian's close in Banana. Do they check it? No, not fully committed. It was Freiburg. He looks back towards the top, and Tizian takes him down, but the trade is here. Heroic have done a great job of getting themselves into the 3-on-3. It's about the mid-round calling that Blame can provide now. What have they got?
Oh, they hear the AWP tabseN over in top mid, and also here to supplement that is Dennis. So a double hold, a crossfire set up, trying to burn Blame F out. Dennis has been deleted, and now tabseN under the pressure. Hot under the collar, falling back into the bomb site. Footsteps up through short, maybe offset by the pace of Blame F, and tabseN's been dropped. Xantares 1v2. This man has been stepping up in spades for Big. They're asking a lot of him, though. 1v2 here to try and keep the dream alive, and I think he might have spotted the pit player there. NATO's been deleted. It's Blame F versus Xantares, and Blame F swings wide. Heroic, they take this first map, the map pick of Big. A big celebration from the Heroic squad, and justifiably so.